I'm going to continue my video series on memory with an Illinois sales tax story you may not have heard about. But the first thing you have to remember about this sales tax story is the year when the Illinois government imposed this special sales tax on everybody in the state. How are you going to remember the year? Well, here's how you're going to do it. If you use the memory techniques of a book I recommended in a previous video, this will be quite easy. What you're going to do is you're going to form two words, nose, sub. And once you form those two words, what you're going to do is you're going to picture in your head a submarine in the shape of a human nose. Now that you've got that goofy picture in your head, you've got the year. Okay? Now you say, well, how are we going to remember that it's an Illinois sales tax? Well, on the outside of the submarine, you're going to see a drawn picture of the state of Illinois imprinted on the outside of the submarine. So now you'll know it's an Illinois sales tax. Okay? Now we're going to look inside the submarine and we're going to find two pallets. Piled on top of the first pallet is a whole stack of chocolate. Okay? Your favorite brand of chocolate, stacked, piled high. All right. Piled onto the second pallet is a great big stack of flour with chocolate mixed inside. All right. Now, stamped on the flour is the word food. Stamped on the chocolate by itself is stamped the words general merchandise. And that's how you remember that there's one sales tax for the flour and the chocolate together, and there's another sales tax for the chocolate by itself. And that's because the Illinois government has seen fit to say, well, if your chocolate contains flour, well, it's a food item. But if it contains no flour at all, well, it's just general merchandise, so it's going to be higher. Isn't that nice? And now you're going to be able to remember that. All right, so a plain chocolate bar would be taxed higher than if you had a wafer covered in chocolate, okay? Because there are candy bars in which they have wafers, like vanilla wafers, and they cover them in chocolate. That's taxed differently. So anyway, now that you're aware of a new Illinois sales tax, you now know when it was imposed on the public, and you know what the tax is all about. Well, now you have a conversation piece. Do you agree with this tax or disagree with it? You can feel free to leave comments about this tax in the comments down below. I will tell you more in a future video, so I want you to stay tuned.